Ladies and gentlemen, I'll read you an Arizona Republic article below and a Washington Examiner article as well. Senate recount delayed again. Karen Fann says Cyber Ninja's count of ballots doesn't match counties. This is interesting. The Arizona Senate's effort to do its own check on the number of ballots cast in Maricopa's is not expected to begin until Wednesday, in the latest turn for an unprecedented and controversial audit that has gone on for 12 weeks, and the recount, which will be the third tally of the ballots, got a new element of drama on Tuesday after Senate President Karen Fann told a radio show host that the companies hired by the legislature to review the election results had come up with a different number of ballots than Maricopa officials. Okay, so initially, what the Senate wanted to do was see if they had the same, or see if they could check the count or the tally or the sum or the total from Cyber Ninjas and just double or triple check to see if the numbers matched up with the counties. And apparently they don't at the moment. This is interesting. Quote, they haven't released a number yet. However, we do know those numbers do not match with Maricopa County at this point. Fann, Republican Prescott told, on his Mike Broomhead on his KTAR program, Fann said the Senate will count the number of ballots, not how each ballot was voted, to again check how many were cast. If the third tally produces yet another number, that is likely to only heighten criticism of a process many election officials have maintained is unreliable and open to error. We'll get to that in a moment. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. The Arizona Republic article will be below. I'll read you a Washington Examiner article. Arizona Senate President says 2020 election audit ballots count differ from Maricopa tally. Ballots counted in the Arizona Senate audit differ from the tally by Maricopa County officials. That's what Senate President Karen Fann said in an interview on Tuesday, in which she also noted that the discrepancy prompted the state legislature to acquire new machines. To recount. A canvass report released by the county said that 2,089,563 votes were cast. In November, Fann said she did not know the size of the discrepancy. They haven't released a number yet. However, we do know those numbers do not match with Maricopa at this point. So, our beloved President Biden won Arizona by more than 10,000 votes out of more than 3.3 million cast. So, Republicans in Arizona, President Trump, let's just say in that county alone, there's a certain discrepancy. It doesn't even have to be 10,000. It could be 3,000 or 4,000 or 1,000. If President Trump or Republicans say, look, there's this discrepancy. Well, first we'll get to the difference in the total number of ballots. So that is an issue. That is a huge issue. And that's not good. That's not good for... It's just not good for President Trump. It's not good for Arizona Republicans. I wish I could sugarcoat this in some way. It's just not good. So Senate President says audit ballot count differs from Maricopa tally. The Cyber Ninjas count should be exactly the same as what the count was in Maricopa. Whatever the issue is, before they come out with whatever discrepancy, they have to make sure that the numbers are not just triple checked, like gone over and checked a million times over. Because everyone on the planet, there will be the same template, the same article, the same criticisms from the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, Vanity Fair, Esquire, Rolling Stone, New York Magazine, Daily Beast, Raw Story, BuzzFeed, just name the publication. It's going to be the same template. They didn't even have the same number of ballots, Cyber Ninjas and Maricopa at first. And by the way, we already had recounts prior. That was only for 1 to 2% of ballots. By the way, I will have a live stream like I do every evening at around 10 p.m. Pacific tonight. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. It's in the pinned comment. I will do an amazing segment today. I took a day off yesterday from H.A. Goodman's other channel, but I'll do an amazing segment today, a couple segments. So check out H.A. Goodman's other channel. It's below in the pinned comment. And be here for the live stream at 10 p.m. Pacific tonight. So this is not ideal. Trump and his allies claim the contest was taken from them. Okay. Though election officials have denied seeing evidence of any widespread misconduct. Okay, so in New Hampshire, for example, there were discrepancies, very bizarre outcomes. And that was deemed as just an unfortunate result of folds. I believe last I read folds in the ballots there. But that was a lot. That wasn't about 2 million ballots. That was the total number was a lot smaller. So the GOP chairman of Maricopa Board of Supervisors said in a statement he was not surprised the state Senate woefully underqualified audit team came up with a different ballot total tally than the experienced professionals in his county's department. Look, they have to spend. This is essentially they've released their first findings, and it's not good. So the first real piece of information we find from Cyber Ninjas and Arizona Republicans is that the numbers don't add up with the counties in terms of overall ballots. That's not good. It's not good. I wish I could. It's just not good. That has to be rectified and addressed prior to releasing any report. There has to be, within a couple of days, an explanation. See, it's not that difficult in terms of public relations to just appease all the naysayers, or at least address their endless criticism. It's not that difficult, okay? First of all, the fact that this information was released is probably not the best in terms of PR, but let's say, they wanted to be completely transparent. That's good. There needs to be an explanation as to why the numbers didn't match up. So we were given this information. Now there needs to be a reason why the numbers didn't match up. There also has to be a tally or sum or total, whatever the discrepancy is, or if it's matching, if it's exactly matching the official numbers, or if there's any discrepancies at all, there has to be an ironclad, just, solid, rock solid number that could withstand endless scrutiny. Okay? Democrats are known to cheat even their own candidates. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign in disgrace in 2016. They blamed Russia for 4 years. They never believed Trump was a legitimate president. They called him illegitimate from day one. They sowed distrust and discord, and then they turn around and say, "Oh my God, how dare you don't trust the numbers." We look at the New York mayoral contest now. It's just Democrats can't even run their own functioning primary. When they lose, if it's Stacey Abrams and Brian Kemp, it wasn't right. She really won. He didn't really win. Then when our beloved President Biden wins, it's, oh my God, how dare you even question? This was a unique November. Last November was unique in many respects. There were new laws that made this. It was basically an avalanche of votes counted in a very short time period. The recounts conducted by the secretaries of state who stood by those numbers were done on a small number of the ballots. The Arizona recount went through 2 judges and a state legislature. It's the epitome of democracy. There were bizarre discrepancies in New Hampshire, human errors and computer, hardware and all that stuff. At the end of the day, there is not enough widespread data or evidence to claim a grandiose change in outcome. President Trump's obviously going to have to wait until 2024, regardless of what Arizona, the recount finds. What needs to take place in that recount is, here's how pandemic-related reforms led to a different outcome. Or here's how we derived this number. And they have to back up every single digit within that number. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Definitely not good at first, but there needs to be an explanation as to why this took place. And look, the Republicans and Democrats probably didn't make it easy for them. So they were swimming upstream from the very beginning. But there's no room for any error. The human errors and all of that, that's totally fine in November. There's always a double standard with these things. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you.